we got to make time here. But yeah, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland defeats Kenny Omega in one of the greatest matches in Dynamite history, and turns heel in the process. And I didn't see this exactly like going down like this, but I'm very excited. I think that the match was sensational. I watched it again on tape when I got home, so I could, see the speed of everything, like on video and how it looked. And man, it was so incredible, bro, to be there just to see that because like the crowd just believed in like it was so split and even in the sound. It was like, yo, they're really here for Swerve, and obviously they're really here for Kenny too. And it was like the reactions were just like right there, and it's like that's a testament. And then Kenny put this guy over super hard, the visual pinfall over him, and then like essentially like as close to like a clean victory as possible. Like the referee thing was to accentuate kind of like the heel turn to Swerve because Swerve pulled Aubrey into him.
Yeah,
So, and then Swerve went to just a brutal level, like with that slingshot into the bottom metal part in the mouth. I
the
ain't never seen
exposed.
that before.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like, oh my god. And then just all the sequences, like I thought this was just out of this world, one of the best matches of the year. And I'm grateful I got to see it in person. Like in Kenny Omega is just like the way he comes back, right? We know how they be talking about him, like they're like they think he's done and all this other stuff. Look, if anything told in the post match promo I watched, if anything told me, if you do not believe in if you gave up hope on Kenny Omega tonight, don't give up hope. I'll just say that. But yeah, hell of a fucking match, out of this world. Run it up, watch it again. Um, People were asking me why I didn't hop the guardrail to stop Swerve. Look. Let's just say this. This is an example of an evil ass nigga right here. He's gonna fly me 5 hours across the country to turn heel on my favorite wrestler of all time. That's a heel. That's a bad guy right there. So
I don't think it's a bad guy. I think that's him asking. I think that's him saying, demanding, say, "Hey, I am now your new favorite wrestler." How is he your favorite wrestler when he's no longer alive? And he beat Kenny's ass. And the match started basically lock up. They stopped locking up. Kenny slaps him, and then from there it ends with that man ready to get hauled off to the ambulance again. And then, like, at this point, we need to start calling Kenny Omega Kenny from South Park because every fucking week he shows up on Dynamite, he dies. He gets hauled off, sent off. I saw a super cut of all the times on Dynamite this man has been sent off, whether it was Andrade sending his ass off, whether it was Okada sending his ass off, whether it was Jack Perry sending his ass off, now Swerve sending his ass off. This is all happened inside of a year.
maybe
So,
he knew some new friends. Like
my favorite. Oh, I forgot the Young Bucks also sent his ass off TV too once.
yeah,
So, another part about this that I enjoyed, or not enjoyed, but I thought was hilarious was when he came back beginning of this year, when he interrupted Swerve and Hangman, he announced it like, "Look, man, I'm back. I feel I'm in the. This is the best I felt in years, whatever else." And in my mind, I was thinking like, I know what that sounds like when athletes say that. I know what that sounds like when athletes say that. You know, you've been away a little bit. You feel, all of the nags, bumps and bruises. You start to feel fresh again. Okay, and then he started wrestling again, and he wasn't doing he wasn't selling diverticulitis no more. He wasn't doing all the gut shit no more, and selling the old man selling for Kenny Omega. And I was like, you know what, Kenny Omega's back. This is good. And then he had this match with Swerve, and it was fucking awesome. And then ultimately at the end, what happened to him? He got fucked up again. He got his ass whooped again. He got his ass put on the meat wagon again. I'm just like, see, I knew that it wasn't all the shit you was talking. You weren't quite back. Nah, man, you had to end. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You gonna come back and get this match again. But man, like, I appreciate Kenny Omega for doing this for Swerve because, as we said earlier in the year, I was like, hey man, Swerve is in these important roles, and he ain't, and outside of the beating the Young Bucks at All in Texas, he's losing everything he's been put in while it's been important. He's losing. at one point, when he's gonna get him one? Well, he got one from now by putting Kenny Omega's Canadian ass on the shelf. Now, is Kenny Omega now? It's a question: is Kenny Omega gonna come back with a new hairline? Is he gonna let his quality out?
I think you got to fly the other way to do that. He's flying. He's flying.
I know he's going to Japan, but I'm saying you can still go to Turkey from Tokyo.
I think you gotta. I don't know if the planes go that way over there. Like
if I were Kenny Omega, I think I would go to Turkey and then to get just cosmetically rejuvenated, and then when he go to Japan, he's emotionally rejuvenated. He get to see Ibushi, he get to feel like himself again, and then come back to AEW. He can get his revenge on Swerve. But either way, ass was whooped.
Yeah, it was
awesome, whooped, man. And it was thorough.
Yeah, this was like
he did everything short of taking his belt off the whoop Kenny Omega ass.
They set all this stuff up just the pacing of it was great. Legendary match. I'm gonna just say it right now. I was there, and that live bump way up there, man. It was great to watch. And then that turn at the end, Swerve was getting boozed. He got the right reaction out of it. It wasn't nobody playing along. It was oh man, this guy's evil. And I think people have enjoyed his work in a way in the past where they're excited about this. And for me, he immediately vaults to the top heel in the promotion.
Yeah, he's bigger than what MJF's doing now.
Let's get nasty. Let's start the agenda now. What heel is doing the best shit right now?
You know what I ain't never got to worry about when it comes to Swerve or Heyman Adam Page or Kenny Omega or Will Ospreay when they're around?
Being thoughtful, knowing what the fuck they're doing.
No, just a simple thing. Are they going to be good most weeks? Most weeks. Not every week, most weeks. I ain't got to worry about that with them guys. With our world champion, we got to hope and pray he don't fuck something up. And quite frankly, they've done a tremendous job by keeping his ass off TV most of the year. And basically, he's a champion, but he's in a supporting role. He is literally just he's a tool. We have a bad guy they're treating him like he's the NWA world champion, where he's going from territory to territory. Where he's hey,
send him out of here.
All these challengers, and we know you want your guy that you watch every single week to beat this dude.
Yeah. So I mean, thinking about where that kind of puts Swerve in the landscape now, there are a lot of baby faces in this company, and then you look at the heel side. There's people with belts like Okada or Ricochet. Mm-hmm. There's him. There's the whole Don Callis family, and then there's MJF. So I'm interested to see who they're going to program with. Kenny doesn't look like he's going to be available to wrestle at Revolution. Maybe he'll make an appearance or something. I think when we start looking at, who you could spin this off into, there's a few people that come to mind for me that maybe you could do something with. They gave Kevin Knight a win. Brody King just lost to MJF.
They did just do the Kevin Knight Swerve match at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, look,
I mean, they could do the match again. They can obviously have a better match.
Yeah. So, I think Bandito's got good news on what was putting him out. So I don't think he's gonna be gone as long as people had thought. But I say watch out for Brody King.
Okay.
And people were mentioning Swerve and Darby's always an option.
Yep. Always.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I mean, if he gets done with the New Japan guys that are not going to be in New Japan in the future.
Yeah. So if you didn't see the Kenny and Swerve match, I would highly recommend this.
Yeah, I mean, it's look. I don't if y'all listened to our show a couple weeks ago or a week ago, whatever that was. If you heard us rave about the Ciampa versus Fletcher TNT title match, this was better.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say it again. You cannot be a reasonable person and expect to see better TV matches than or see TV matches that are this good. It's unreasonable to expect TV matches to be as good as what they were putting out on a consistent basis now at this point on Dynamite. That Fletcher and Ciampa match was incredible, and this match was even better. And then the post match took it even farther over the top. If you think this is bell to bell the match of the year, I wouldn't disagree with you if you include not bell to bell, but opening bell and then the close of the show. If you think this is the best match in post match you've seen this year, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah, it was just like the crowd was stunned and amazed kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
So
No one expects to see Kenny making their ass whooped like that.
yeah. Kingdom North saying Swerve versus Mexico, let's do it. I mean, they are going back to Mexico this year. We'll have to have Daniel come on the show again, and we'll get him on here with us for that one. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah, Rambone's thing up there about the match ratings. That's exactly what I mean. It's not reasonable to expect to see it for well, I put that I had Fletcher and Ciampa at 4 3/4, but like either way, like a 4.5 plus star match. That is exactly the point where 4.5 is where you should be like, all right, you're lucky that you got to see that or whatever else. That's not historically what American Pro Wrestling has given us.
Well, the standard has been raised, you know.
Even so.
But
top 30 match in the worldwide on TV. Okay, thank you. Wasn't expecting that.
MJF and